Okay, so now you people are going to be part of Agile team. Okay, and I am going to be your client and I'm going to provide you some requirements. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Chandru and I don't know if I'll be able to put everyone. Okay, I'll have Chandru as a product owner. Okay, now Ashwini is going to be our business analyst. Okay, and Spurti is going to be Scrum Master. If you have doubts in your role, please get clarified, okay? And we have Sneha, Damodaran, Rajkumar, and Dharani, right? So in development team, which is which is going to be a combination of development, architect, and QA team, right? So I am going to have, who's it? Who else I have? Spooty is done. So Sneha as an architect and Damodaran and Rajkumar as what is it, developer, and I'm going to have Dharani as a QA. Okay, so here in this lead, I'm going to have Sneha as a development team lead and Dharani is a single resource, so I'm going to put her as a lead over here. So now we are going to start our agile process. Okay, 1 second, give me a minute. So how this agile is going to be is how our project is going to go is I'll be providing a what to say a requirement now. So ours is going to be going for next 30 minutes. Okay. So we are going to have two sprints. For first 15 minutes, we'll be having the first sprint. And for the second 15 minutes, we'll be having a second sprint. Okay. Now, all fine, right? You're understanding, right? So here, all the meetings, I have put in all the meeting. So all the meetings is going to be conducted by the Scrum Master who is Purti. Okay. Okay. This so here I'll be having the development lead. Wait, I'll clarify. Sneha and Dharani will come here. Okay. So now you people are clear on your roles, right? Any confusion? Have you made a note of your role, what it is? Now I am going to question you people what is your role and what you are going to do. Okay. So now I am the client. So now what will happen? Chandru will come into picture, right? So what will you be doing, Chandru? So as a product owner, what is your role and what you will be doing?
Ma'am, I am the responsible for the complete product, ma'am.
Yeah. So what you have to do is now we have started our not sprint, we have started our project, right? Sorry. What is it?
Yes, ma'am.
So project is started. Now Chandru, who is a product owner, what he will do? He will collect the SRS from Menaka, right? I am a client. So now I'm going to give Chandru. I want everyone to observe, not the respective person. I want everyone to give their input also, okay? Because this is an important part in your interview. When they'll ask you to explain your project, you should explain in this flow. Okay, I'll be receiving my requirement from the you should say product owner will be receiving it from client and he'll be giving it to the business analyst. So in this way, you have to explain in your interviews. That's the reason I have given an activity today. Okay. So now Chandru is going to collect. So come on, Chandru, like now I have the requirement for you. So this is the requirement. Okay. I will ping you now. So as a product owner, before starting of every sprints, what you should be doing? You should be preparing your product backlog, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So now I am sharing you the sorry, requirement. Quickly break up everything into a product backlog. How many features you can observe quickly? Not only Chandru, everyone can do. Chandru is playing a major role. You can give your input to Chandru. Quickly, you need to now break up these into product backlog items. So Chandru prepares. Try to make a list and say, you can tell me one by one, or you can also send on the chat. No issues if it is wrong also. Okay, everyone, you can just try out. Okay. So I have a requirement. I'll explain my requirement. So in hospitals, we have a lab collection center, right? So we get the blood samples or urine samples, or we get everything. We do scans and we do everything for a patient. Okay. So in that, I'm having two roles. Sorry, three roles in this application. One is admin, one is lab technician, and one is going to be patient. Okay, so all three should be registered. Okay, so we need a registration feature also. And as an admin, what I'm going to do is I'll log in the application and I'm going to add data or edit data of the lab technicians, not the patients. I'll be adding or editing the lab technician detail. Okay, so next role is going to be a lab technician. What he will do is he will log into the application and he will they would have tested everything and they will be having the patient's result, right? They will be adding the sample details also, and also they will generate the report for each patient and they will print it. Okay, and as a patient I should also be able to register and log in, and if I log in I should be able to view my report, the latest report, and also the record of all my reports I should be able to view. So this is your simple what to say project. Okay, a simple requirement. So we'll now create a product backlog. Can we start, Chandru, or you want some time?
I mean, in Epic, we'll give a hospital application name, ma'am. So,
Okay, no, we'll just put it as 1 2 3. Okay, epic 1, epic 2, epic
okay.
3. Here in features we'll give hospital application is a complete product, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So I want the
So,
features
login
alone.
page, verify user to and login, but login the
So
page.
yeah, so login to application is going to be one feature. Okay, so on one epic. So from this again, registration, right?
Yes, ma'am. Registration
Yeah, registration will be one epic. Okay, then
and history of the patient details.
no, now logging into application itself. Now we are going to break it into story, right? I forgot that. We'll have just one or two, okay, because we don't have time. Story and
Okay.
description. So in your story for login to application, you will be logging in as admin. Okay, sorry. Story one would be login as admin, and story two would be logging in as who who's that guy? Lab technician. And story 3 would be logging
Patient.
as patient.
Patient.
Okay, so these three, one second. So these three will fall into the same epic, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So now we have 3 stories for this. So now for registration also we'll be having the same.
Admin lab technician.
Yeah, admin, lab and technician will be having a registration. So now next what we are going to do is the epic 3 would be, we can say admin adding or editing technician details. Okay, he can add a new technician or he can edit. So here again we are going to have first story would be add technician, second story would be edit technician detail. Okay, so now the next feature or epic is going to be, I want everyone to concentrate. Okay, sorry. Because when it comes to your role, you should be ready with your answers. So now coming to the next feature, it would be lab technician can add what to say, sample details on system. Okay, this is going to be your what to say, epic. Epic can also have a single story. Okay, or add or edit. He needs to like edit also. Okay, and add sample detail. Second story would be edit sample
Edit sample detail.
details. Okay. Now our fifth, okay, enough for today. This much is enough. I think else you people will get confused. So we have for until now, we have around 1, 2, 3, 4 features, 4 epics, and how many stories we have? These many stories, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stories. So now what we are going to do? Now the backlog is ready for us. So now as a product owner, what you're going to do? So you have created the epic, you have created the, what is that? You have created the story. So now whose role comes in? Now comes in the business
Business
analyst.
analyst.
So Ashwini will be coming in. Now what will Ashwini do?
Ma'am, my major responsibility is to grooming the backlog stories, and then I'm gonna work with Scrum Master, and then development team, and then
Okay.
product owner to understand the scope.
Yeah. So now now sprint has not started. So grooming is not needed now, right? So someone has pinged me. Okay, yeah, patient registration, yeah, Dharani is. Okay, so now what we are going to do is, as a now product owner has created the backlog, right? Now we are going to get in touch with Chandru and clarify if he has missed anything or he has done anything wrong. Okay, so now Ashwini as a business analyst, what she does is reviews the epic and story list. Okay, and now you what you do is you review, you feel that is fine, so the product backlog will be put in that way itself. Or if something is missing, we'll imagine like no, you say to Chandru, no Chandru, you have missed out one more epic. Okay, we did it on purpose, but for your clarification I'm saying, you say that what epic we have missed out. Lab technician can create report, right? Can generate patient report. You have missed it out. You give him a what to say, a review comment, and he corrects it. Now one more epic is added and one more story is also added to your generate report. Okay, is added to your product backlog. So now is it clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
Yes, ma'am.
now the role of Ashwini and so I'll put it in this way so you people can. So now the role of Ashwini and Chandru comes to an end here. Okay, they'll be having roles even in the future, but now it comes to an end. Now what will start? Your sprint will start, right? Sprint 1 starts. Okay, so we are going to start with sprint 1. So when this before the sprint starting, what we should be doing? What should we
Sprint
have?
planning.
Yes, exactly.
Sprint
So
planning.
who will be doing the sprint planning is, that's what I put here. So our sprint planning meeting comes here. So who comes into picture here is Spurti. Okay. Spurti, you're there, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So Spurti, now you are going to, what you're going to do is you're going to go through the product backlog and you're going to create a sprint backlog. Okay. So he is going to sit with, Spurti is going to sit with Ashwini and Chandru, and these three will be preparing the sprint backlog now. So you three people tell me what can be put into first sprint. So our first sprint is going to be only for 15 minutes. Okay. So based on that, you people need to decide how it will be
Ma'am,
started. Yeah.
doubt ma'am.
Yeah.
Sprint எல்லாருமே பிளான் பண்ண மாட்டாங்களா மேம்? டெவலப்மெண்ட் டீம் எல்லாருமே பிளான் பண்ண மாட்டாங்களா
டெவலப்மெண்ட்
மேம்?
டீம்லயுமே சாரி கரெக்ட். அதுல வந்து நீங்க லீடர்ஸையும் இன்க்ளூட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். டெவ் டீம்ல வந்து எல்லாருமே ஓகே எவ்ரிபடி கேன் கெட் இன்வால்வ் இன் திஸ். யூசுவலா லீடர்ஸ்
எல்லாருமே பிளான் இல்ல டீம் மெம்பர்ஸ் எல்லாருமே சேர்ந்து தான மேம் பிளான் பண்ணுவாங்க?
ஆமா எல்லாருமே சேர்ந்து தான் பிளான் பண்ணணும்.
ஓகே.
ஓகே இப்போ நீங்க தான் இப்ப கண்டக்ட் பண்ண போறீங்க. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வந்து என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க அப்படின்னா you have to prepare the sprint backlog based on these people input, and you have to get in touch with the development team and ask them how many hours you'll be taking for this. Okay, so now Spurti, what you have to do is from input from Chandru and Ashwini, you will prepare a list of story for sprint 1. Okay, before that you have 3 people in your team, 4 people in your team, right? So who are they? We have Sneha, Damodaran, Rajkumar and Dharani. So you have to get from them like how many stories you will be able to finish, right? So that will be done in the sprint planning. So now are you people clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Spurti,
Yeah, ma'am.
can we do it? So sprint planning starts now. What I will do is from Chandru and Ashwini, Spurti will get like, okay, we can prepare a sprint backlog. Wait. So sprint backlog for sprint 1 is going to be prepared. And what I'm going to do is, okay, now we'll be having list of stories, right? Story and description. So tell me which story we are going to pull in, or we can put the description here itself. So maybe we can epic 1 story 1. Okay. So epic 1 story 1 needs to be done. Epic 1 story 2 needs to be done, and epic
Epic
1,
one, story 3.
yeah, story 3. Now these people will give weightage for this. So they'll be giving your pointings here. So now I'll ask who's the developer over here. So just imagine, okay, like Sneha, you are going to like design it in the way like what flow it is going to work, that much only. So out of 15 minutes, how much minute will you take to draw a design of this 3 stories? Simply tell me. What happened to everyone? நீங்க இன்டராக்டிவா இருந்தாதான் இது புரியும்.
Ma'am, now we are going to design the login features, ma'am.
Yes, you are going to design the
For admin and lab technician எல்லாருக்கும் நம்ம வந்து அவங்களோட டீடைல்ஸ்க்காக ஒரு லாகின் பேஜ் கிரியேட் பண்ணனும்.
ஆமா, லாகின் பேஜ் நீங்க டிசைன் பண்ண போறீங்க. லாகின்
பண்ணனும். அவங்களோட டீடைல்ஸ், ஓன் டீடைல்ஸ்.
ஆமா, இப்போ இந்த 15 மினிட்ஸ் தான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஸ்பிரிண்ட்க்கு இல்லையா? சோ அதுல வந்து நீங்க எவ்வளவு குயிக்கா உங்களால பண்ண முடியும் அப்படிங்கறத நீங்க டிசைன் பண்ணனும்.
ஓகே மேம்.
சோ 15 மினிட்ஸ்ல இந்த 15 மினிட்ஸ்ல டோட்டலா உங்களோட your time, developers time and also whose time? Like testers time. Three people totally put in together only you have 15 minutes. So after that you have to plan. சும்மா ஒரு ரஃபா சொல்லுங்க, just for understanding. Okay, you say that for this one I'll be able to do it in 2 minutes. Okay, this one I'll be able to do it in say 1 minute, and this one I'll be able to do it in 3 minutes in வெச்சுக்கலாம் உங்களோடது. Okay, now comes in this person. Who's that? Developer. I have Damodaran and Rajkumar, right? யாராவது ஒருத்தவங்க you can respond. So for developing ஒரு கோட் எழுத போறீங்கன்னு imagine பண்ணிக்கோங்க. Okay, you imagine. So as a developer, how much time will you be taking?
1 day, ma'am.
ஓகே, இல்ல நமக்கு இப்ப 15 மினிட்ஸ் தான் இருக்கு. இதுல பாத்தீங்கன்னா 2 3 4 5 6 மினிட்ஸ் வந்து இவங்க எடுத்துட்டாங்க. ஓகேவா? சோ பேலன்ஸ்ல இருக்குறதுல நீங்க உங்களது எடுக்க போறீங்க. மேபி இதுக்கு ஒரு 2 மினிட்ஸ் கொடுத்துக்கலாம். ஓகேவா?
2 minutes, ma'am.
Okay, then for this one maybe we can give இது ஒரு பெரிய ஃபீச்சர்னு வெச்சுக்கோ, ஒரு 5 மினிட்ஸ் ஆகுது. So this will take another 2 minutes னு வெச்சுக்கோ. So now we have 4 plus 9 எல்லாம் முடிஞ்சு போச்சு எங்கேயே. So we'll have 1. So we have totally 2, and QA's time we have 1 minute னு வெச்சுக்கோ. So we have 3 minutes here. Here we have around 4 minutes னு வெச்சுக்கோ. யார் மூணு பேரோட காம்பினேஷன்ல. ஓகேவா? And here we'll have 4 5 6 7. You can give 7 minutes or 8 minutes, anything over here for this story. So now we have prepared a sprint backlog. In sprint planning, we have prepared a sprint backlog, and we have actually created a we have also pointed them. இதுதான் user story ஓட weightage. ஓகேங்களா? இதுக்கு பேர் என்ன சொன்ன? user story points. Okay, story point கொடுத்தாச்சு. And who will be part of this? Yeah,
டவுட் மேம். இப்போ 2 வீக்ஸ்னு கொடுக்குறாங்கன்னா அதை இந்த மாதிரி தான் ஸ்ப்ளிட் பண்ணிக்கணுமா மேம்?
ஆமா, அதாவது இந்த ஸ்பிரிண்ட் பிளானிங் மீட்டிங் இஸ் ஃபார் தட் only. They will discuss how many. ஆனா இந்த பாயிண்டிங்ங்கிறது இந்த மாதிரி இருக்காது. இட் இஸ் a different process. ஓகேங்களா? அதெல்லாம் நீங்க உள்ள வந்தாதான் புரியும். சோ இது வந்து ஜஸ்ட் ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிள்காக தான் நான் கொடுக்குறேன். இதே நீங்க மைண்ட்ல ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ணிக்காதீங்க. ஜஸ்ட் இதுல எப்படின்னா இருக்கணும், இந்த ஃபிபனோக்கி சீரிஸ் எல்லாம் இருக்கு இல்லையா, அது பேஸ் பண்ணி எல்லாம் பாயிண்டிங் பண்ணுவாங்க. அதுக்குன்னு தனியா ஒரு டூலே வச்சிருக்காங்க ஃபார் பாயிண்டிங். சோ திஸ் இஸ் ஜஸ்ட் இந்த 15 மினிட்ஸ்ல உங்க அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங்காக தான். Okay. So now our sprint backlog is created. Now our sprint has started. Okay. Sprint start ஆயிடுச்சு. Now what we are going to do? Now developer, the architect has completed his work and he has given to the developer. Developer has completed his work and he has given to the QA. Okay, wow. So now we are done. Now what will happen after the sprint has finished? நம்மளுக்கு இங்க வந்து in real time we'll be having daily stand up. Okay, now we can't have that. So I am leaving that, but you have it on your mind. So sprint 1 வந்து as it started, it has ended. So இதுல என்ன பண்ணிருக்கீங்கன்னா in this sprint 1 what your activity was, epic 1 story 1 is completed. Okay, epic 1 story 2 is completed, but you have a bug here. Okay, and epic 1 story 3 is not completed. Okay, so இதுதான் உங்களோட result of the sprint. Okay, endல என்ன சொல்றீங்கன்னா, see this is the status of sprint 1 அப்படின்னு சொல்லி you provide the status. You give the status. Okay, so now what will be happening after the sprint planning meeting? And sorry, sprint after sprint ends, what we'll be having?
எபிக் 1 ஸ்டோரி 3 வந்து திரும்ப ப்ராடக்ட் பேக்லாக்ஸ்க்கே போயிடும் மேம்.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. இது வந்து என்ன பண்ணுவோம்னா, either in few companies they will push it to the next sprint backlog. Okay. இத வந்து கம்ப்ளீட் ஆகாதது ஸ்பிரிண்ட் பேக்லாக்ல போடுவாங்க. இந்த நியூ பக் இதுக்குள்ளே முடிஞ்சா ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க. இல்லனா இத வந்து பெரிய ஃபீச்சர்னே will imagine this is a big feature. Okay, feature change. So now our product backlog will get updated. Okay, so now this will be a 6th feature. This is going to be a bug. Okay, bug which is a feature now, and this will also be created as a story. Okay, so now we have updated. This is called as product backlog grooming. This will be actually done in the grooming meeting only. Okay, now what meeting we'll be conducting? So Spurti now will come again into the picture and she'll be conducting a sprint review. To whom she'll be giving? To me, right? And the product owner. To me and Chandru, she'll be giving the demo of what all were developed in sprint 1. Okay, here you'll be giving the demo. And if demo is passed, these two epics will get closed. Okay. So now what is the next meeting we'll be having?
Sprint 2.
No. Sprint retrospective. இதுதான் sprint retrospective சொன்னேன். Sprint retrospective la, what will Spurti do is she will actually get input from you people in the sprint la, what all went well for you. If you have any issues, yes, if you say yes, I had faced any issues, then she will say she will plan a what to say, a solution for that. So imagine QA, who's in QA? I put someone as QA. Dharani, right? So Dharani now says, I need a extra resource. I'm not able to, there are lots of stories and lot of test case I need to write. So I'm not able to do it. So I want a extra resource. She says that to the sprint, who's that? Scrum Master. So this guy will try to find out a way for that. Okay, so this will happen in sprint retrospective. ஏதாவது ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்கா நமக்கு இந்த ஸ்பிரிண்ட்ல ஏதாவது இஷ்யூ ஃபேஸ் பண்ணோமா அதை எப்படி சார்ட் அவுட் பண்ணலாம் அப்படிங்கறத we'll plan in sprint retrospective. Okay, clear now? So now what will happen is now only your product backlog meeting will start. Okay, so in this product backlog meeting only you will be updating your product backlog here. So I'll remove this from here. Then only you will get a clear picture. Okay, now your product backlog is updated. Understood? So now again your next sprint will start. You will again go to the what is that sprint planning, and then you'll go to the sprint. You'll point the stories. You will again start the sprint. You will again what to say? All the works will go, and the same process will be iterating. Okay. Now, are you people clear on how Agile works?
மேம் டவுட் மேம்.
Yeah.
நாட் கம்ப்ளீட்டட்னு ஒரு ஸ்பிரிண்ட் இருந்ததுல, அதுவும் பக் இருந்ததுல, அந்த 2 ஸ்பிரிண்ட்டுமே ப்ராடக்ட் பேக்லாக் தான் மேம் போகும்.
ஆமா, இல்ல ஆக்சுவலா இது எப்படின்னா சிலதுல வந்து ப்ராடக்ட் பேக்லாகுக்கு உங்களோட இது புஷ் பண்ண தேவையில்லை. ஓகேங்களா? So imagine where is that? Here, right? This you're saying, right? So this
Yes, ma'am.
one, this can also move to the sprint backlog. So இப்போ இது வந்து now I give you a new, இப்போ imagine பண்ணுங்க Menaka comes in, okay? Now I say I have a new feature அப்படின்னு நான் சொல்றேன் உங்ககிட்ட. So at that time what you will do is now we will prioritize. So this one you will these two which is important you will pick. Okay, now you feel that this needs to be fixed in the next sprint. So these two you will move to the product backlog and you will pick the new feature. Yes, as you said, oh, here I didn't update. Okay. So this not completed one also, here this will not be there right now. I'll mark it in red, okay? But this will also not be there as we have completed, okay? But this will be there. Yes, you have actually said it in a correct way. Okay, இப்போ product backlogல இந்த ரெண்டு features remove பண்ணிடுவாங்க grooming meetingல. இந்த ரெண்டு stories and this will stay in your grooming, and this new feature will now come into the backlog, product backlog. அதுக்கு ஒரு story, 1 or 2 stories. Okay, so now again your sprint planning will start. We'll do that again. Okay, sprint planning edoduduna for sprint 2 will start. So now with help of product owner, development team, and all the team, the whole agile team, now we will be prioritizing. Now Menaka says, the client says, I want this feature to be addressed first. So what we will do, we'll completely change this. Epic 7 first, story 1 will come first. Epic 7 story 2 will come next. Then this one is left out, right? So epic 1 story 3 will stay, and again we'll point this, and the whole process will go on again. Is it clear now? Any questions?
மேம் பக் இருக்கிறது மட்டும் அடுத்த ப்ராடக்ட் அடுத்த ஸ்பிரிண்ட் நடக்கும்போது அதை கன்சிடர் பண்ணிப்போமா மேம்?
பக் வந்து நம்ம அந்த ஸ்பிரிண்ட்லயே கண்டிப்பா ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ணோம், ஓகேங்களா? ஆனா சில பக்ஸ் பாத்தீங்கன்னா அது ஒரு ஃபீச்சர் சேஞ்சாவே இருக்கும். ஸோ அந்த பக்ஸ் மட்டும் என்ன பண்ணுவாங்கன்னா அது ஒரு ஃபீச்சரா எபிக்கே அதுக்கு கிரியேட் பண்ணி அதுக்கான ஸ்டோரிஸை எழுதி அதுக்கான டெஸ்ட் கேசஸ் எழுதி நம்ம வந்து ஒர்க் பண்ணணும். நார்மல் பக்ஸ் இப்போ ரொம்ப லோ ப்ரையாரிட்டி, மீடியம் ப்ரையாரிட்டி பக்ஸ் எல்லாம் இருக்கு இல்லையா, அதெல்லாம் அந்த ஸ்பிரிண்ட்லயே கண்டிப்பா ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ணியே ஆகணும். இல்லைன்னா அடுத்த ஸ்பிரிண்ட்டுக்கு அந்த பக்கை மட்டும் புஷ் பண்ணுவாங்க. எந்த பேக்லாக்ல எல்லாம் சேவ் பண்ண மாட்டாங்க, டைரக்டா அடுத்த ஸ்பிரிண்ட்டுக்கு புஷ் பண்ணிடுவாங்க.
மேம் half an hour மீட்டிங்ல இதெல்லாம் பாசிபிளா இதாயிருமா மேம்?
இல்ல எது half an hour மீட்டிங் சொல்றீங்க?
இப்போ டெய்லி half an hour மீட்டிங் ரன்
டெய்லி
ஆகும்னு
15
சொன்னீங்க.
மினிட்ஸ் மீட்டிங் தான். அது வந்து எதுக்குன்னா டெய்லி ஸ்டாண்ட் அப். இப்போ நம்ம ஒரு டீம்னு வச்சுக்கோங்களேன். இப்போ டெய்லி ஸ்டாண்ட் அப் will be just for 15 minutes. அதுல வந்து what are you working on, what you worked yesterday, what you'll be working tomorrow, just to get the status தான் அந்த மீட்டிங்.
ஓகே ஓகே மேம்.
இந்த ஸ்பிரிண்ட் ரிவ்யூ எல்லாமே சாரி ஸ்பிரிண்ட் பிளானிங் வந்து உங்களுக்கு ஸ்பிரிண்ட் ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகிறதுக்கு முன்னாடி வச்சிருவாங்க. இதெல்லாம் 2 ஹவர்ஸ்க்கு போகும் இந்த மீட்டிங்.
ஓகே மேம்.
இந்த ரெட்ரோஸ்பெக்டிவ் இது ஒரு 1 hour, இது ஒரு half an hour தான் போகும். ஏன்னா ஜஸ்ட் வந்து அவங்களோட இஷ்யூஸ் மட்டும் தான் கேட்பாங்க. ஸ்பிரிண்ட் ரிவ்யூ will go for 2 hours. ப்ராடக்ட் grooming also will go for more than 1 hour. இதுதான் ஃப்ளோ. ஓகேங்களா? இப்போ நீங்க ப்ராடக்ட் ஓனரா, ப்ராடக்ட் ஓனர் will prepare the product backlog and business analyst will review the backlog with product owner, and if based on the feedback they'll update the product backlog, and then sprint planning meeting will happen. In that, from the product backlog we'll pull the stories and we'll point it over here. After the sprint planning meeting is done, sprint will start. Okay, in the sprint the development team will completely work on the stories from the sprint backlog. Okay, after that we'll be having, after the meeting is done, sorry, after the sprint is completed, we'll be having a sprint review meeting. In that, if based on the client's input, we'll be updating our stories, and we'll have a retrospective meeting in which our issues and concerns will be discussed. Once those are done, we'll have a product backlog grooming meeting. Okay, grooming meeting. So in that, the product owner and the business analyst will update the product backlog based on the previous sprint and new features. Okay, wow. And then they'll have it for the next sprint. So this will go on. இப்படிதான் நீங்க வந்து ஒரு இன்டர்வியூல you should explain that person how the flow will go in a project. உங்களுக்கு இந்த பேசிக் லெவல்ல தெரிஞ்சா போதும். once you are into the projects, you will get a very good knowledge of it. Okay, are you people clear?
எஸ் மேம்.
How about others?
மேம் இந்த பக்
Yes, ma'am.
ரைஸ் பண்ணது இருக்குல்ல மேம், அது நியூ ஃபீச்சர் ஆட் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க.
ஆமா
பக் ரைஸ் பண்ணது
ஆமா
அது வந்து அதுக்கு முன்னாடி இருக்க 5 ஃபியூச்சரையும் கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ணிட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் அதை சால்வ் பண்ணணுமா மேம் பக்க?
அப்படி கிடையாது. இப்போ அது ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் அப்படின்னா, அது ஒரு ஃபீச்சர், அந்த ஃபீச்சர் கண்டிப்பா அட்ரஸ் பண்ணி ஆகணும்னா அந்த பக்க அந்த ஸ்பிரிண்ட்லயே முடிச்சிடுவாங்க. மத்த ஸ்டோரிஸ் புஷ் பண்ணிடுவாங்க அடுத்தது இதுக்கு. சப்போஸ் இது வந்து இல்ல இப்போதைக்கு தேவையில்லை, இது வந்து ஃபியூச்சர்ல பண்ணிக்கலாம் அப்படின்னா அது ஃபியூச்சர்ல பிக் பண்ணிக்குவாங்க. All depends on product owner's decision only, because he is the one who will be in direct contact with the customers, right? So he will only give you which one should be worked on first.
ஓகே. இப்போ உடனே முடிக்கணும்னா அந்த ஸ்பிரிண்ட் ஒன்லயே அதை நம்ம அந்த இஷ்யூவை சால்வ் பண்ணிடணும்.
ஆமா, பண்ணணும்னா பண்ணிடலாம், பண்ணிதான் ஆகணும்.
ஓகே மேம்.
மத்த ஃபீச்சர்ஸ் அடுத்த ஸ்பிரிண்ட்டுக்கு புஷ் பண்ணிடுவாங்க.